Raz, dwa, trzy, cztery, słychać. Możesz odpalić. Nie no, startu. Dobrze.
Raz, dwa, trzy. Raz, dwa, trzy. Idę zobaczyć. Pinokio, przycisz mi już ten mikrofon. Wiesz co, nie wiem, co tam się podziało.
To ja?
Właśnie
O.
nie wiem. A, dobra,
To
może
już
tam
jestem.
troszeczkę jest tylko.
Jestem,
Dobrze,
tak,
dobrze,
w
dobrze.
porządku jest.
Wybacz, przepraszam.
Dobra.
Okay, sorry for some technical issues. So, welcome everybody on the Saturday day of Silly Venture. So, we will start the day with Silly Talk number 3, titled Busting Myths About Atari, Consoles and Controllers, hosted by Zhug Slide. So, please give him a round of applause.
Thank you.
Polski tytuł prezentacji, pogromcy mitów, konsol i padów Atari, ale prezentacja będzie po angielsku. Dzięki.
Jestem już? Zaraz. Dobrze. Dobra, jesteśmy. Okay. Hi, at the beginning, I need to for the coming such big number in so early hour. This presentation is to examine some of the myths circulating about world of Atari consoles and games and companies related to Atari. First, let me apologize for all my slip-ups and mistakes. This is my first presentation in English. It can be quite rough. Even though I'm not sure many of you, probably most of you, do know more about Atari than me, my goal is to that every one of you will learn something new today. Let's try to get it. About me. This is my previous life as a coder in the group Slide. nie będę tam machał, będzie dobrze. This is some of my effects, my demos, my friends. Many of them you can see here. Today, I've been podcasting for several years. This is first my podcast is named Compot. It's mean apple juice, or juice. And the second one currently running is Technical Break. If you're into technology, and Apple, not Atari, but more Apple-related news, please feel free to subscribe. I've been also collecting consoles for quite time for now. This is my room. All the machines, not all they are currently connected, but I'm going to create something that you can choose any of the consoles of the years and playing on the TV. First, we can't start only, I think, with Armageddon as a myth and ET cartridges, which they're buried, which are buried there. This is from the movie which took place several years ago. There is some excavations in the desert. They are digging the old Atari stuff, and you see this is the author of the ET game with some excavated cartridges and games. But there is nothing mythical with this situation.
Grab this one, and I will take this one.
Oczywiście. Okay, I'm there. You can just dig to the archives and check the news, check what was going on at the time where the cartridges are secretly sent to the desert. There's nothing secret about it. On September 8, Atari announced that there are nearly 400 layoffs take effect next week, 17/16, on its El Paso, Texas plant. What is the one? It was the largest manufacturing plant of Atari in US. And they just try to move all the operations, all the production, all the other things elsewhere, mainly to Taiwan or Far East. Basically, the factory will be closing, and everything what was in the factory should be dealt off. Atari decided to scrap many things, many consoles, many cartridges. There is no, among them there were Atari cartridges, especially ET cartridges, but there is no majority of this stuff. This was just a scrap. The Almaguer Daily News is the Mexican newspaper, reported on September 25th that Atari was in the process of disposing a sizable amount of inventory at the local landfill. And that 18-wheel truckloads of games and other stuff was crushed and buried since the pit operations began. Funny fact, a day later, CEO and chairman Atari, Ray Kazar, was sued over the inside trading of the actions of Atari. 1 second. Then later, September 27, the same newspaper reported that the local Alfio, there will be another 11 truckloads of stuff buried there. And they also reported that Atari put the concrete over the landfill just to protect the stuff from the scalpers. Because there is already a crash in the gaming industry, especially 2006 Atari VCS, and there were already too many games on the market, and when they will afraid to for the second illegal copies keep appearing at the random places. On September 28, the New York Times reported that Atari has dumped over 13 trucks of discarded game cartridges and other computer equipment. The city landfill, Armogadlo, New Mexico, guards kept reports that spectators away from the area yesterday as workers poured over concrete over the dumped merchandise. The Atari spokesperson told the newspaper that there were some marketing materials, some broken items, and with the stuff can be some games. This is part digged from the landfill. You can see this 80 cartridge, Atari joystick, and quite popular game, Pele Soccer. In fact, it was the world's first game with athlete name in the name of the game. That not what some people think that Sega invented that the games will be sold better with the athlete name. No, that was Atari. That is the bonus myth, and I think this myth is busted. There was some 80 cartridges, but that was only a small part of the excavation. Second, also very interesting myth about the Breakout game. This is the two Steves. This picture is not taken during the Breakout development because they are working at night. The Breakout was introduced in 1976. It's the action video games published by Atari. The game was designed by Neil Bushnell and Steve Brislow, and only prototype in discrete logic chips by Steve Wozniak with assistance of Steve Jobs. Funny fact, the prototype was so clever that Atari never used it in production. They can't replicate Steve Wozniak's design in massive scale production. The game was, of course, worldwide success, and this was among top 5 highest gross arcade games of 1976, and in Japan, one of the top 3 in 1977. This myth is confirmed. They create the game. Another myth. Atari Pong was the first home game console. Many YouTubers, many publications took it as a fact, but before the Atari Pong was the Ralph Baer brown box. Of course, this is the prototype of the game console set made in 1971, but in 1972, this one comes to the market, and this is the first game console, not Atari. Another funny fact, the Atari 2600 or VCS was not sold initially with the Atari name, only with the Sears Telegames. Even the Atari logo on the power button was not included in the first batch of the production. The myth is totally busted. Atari was most popular console of its generation, Atari 2600, but it's no means first. It was most successful on the market, but not first. Another story which is circulating between in some publications that Atari invented joystick. This is the first some kind of joystick introduced in Fairchild's Channel F. It was Fairchild console. Not so much popular. The joystick was quite clunky, but it has rotation. It has some advantages. This is, of course, Atari CX-10. Did you know what was the difference with CX-30, which comes later? Maybe. Question? Okay. First, they are basically the same at the outside. In the top, CX-10 has the Atari badge. No one saw them. There's a legend that they was there. They are gone. They are gone now. There's only one outside. There is only one big change, that there is no top at the top. This is the CX-30, and apparently Atari get the patent and for the joystick, and going with the patent law, there is possible that was the first one. And now a little rat hole. There, first question. There are some Commodore users at the place. No. Oh, okay. That's okay, but I will poke fun of them a little. This is Atari CX-30, one of the iconic design of joysticks of this era. And this is Commodore version of the joystick, introduced with VIC-20. Of course, Atari sued Commodore for infringement and won. In the lawsuit was the cause that is counterfeit product, and it is very much not up to the Atari standards. It was flaky and so over. And Commodore comes with this one promptly. Atari wasn't so inventive. 13 years later, they used the same design, only with different colors. With Atari XAGS, they are just recycling the champion. Another funny story about the Atari 2600 controller. This is probably all you know, this Atari paddle. There are two of them on the par. There was Anzo version of basically the same product, but it's Atari driving controller. There was only one in the set, and it was blocked it wasn't going round and around. It was blocked at the center. In fact, Commodore also copied this design. I don't know about any lawsuit, but they will promptly come with redesigned version of their own. Another myth, Atari VCS or 2600, as we know, as we love, as we know, all know and love this machine, was the first cartridge-based console. Atari 2600 was introduced in 1977. Funny fact, there was ready about a year before the introduction, but the Atari lost in the court with Magnavox lawsuit about infringement on Atari Pong. And one part of the settlement was that the Magnavox will get license for every technology which comes from Atari for as a part of time, and they were just waited to the end of the closure of the trial to introduce 2600. But in the market, Fairchild Channel F was the first console, cartridge-based console on the market. And this one, of course, is busted. Another story which many YouTubers comes with the true one, that Nintendo 64 was the first console with an adult joystick. As I told you, many YouTubers often repeated Mary admires of the big N, that they are so special. Not so much. This is the controller. It doesn't look that, but it's quite comfortable, despite, in fact, its look that was designed for the 300 aliens. It is quite good fit in the hands. Of course, you will think Atari 2500 will be first. This is quite infamous controller because it was analog. It has keypad. Nobody knows why. And the funny thing was that its build quality was very poor. It's break very, very often. I have about 6 of them, and 1.5 works barely. They are just broken when you look at it. Another story about the controllers. There is no spring in the lever, and only centering force is the rubber outside. You can see it's even in the picture is a little squished. But this one was really the first analog controller. It's quite unpopular machine. It's Interion Video Computer 4000. Is of course second generation video console. Quite good design, quite nice, despite the keypad. If you think that thumbstick, analog thumbsticks, was invented by Nintendo, also no. Vectrex, very famous vector-based console, was the first one with analog thumbstick. The myth is, of course, busted. Coming with another myths, PlayStation 5, you probably know it's quite big. It's a quite chunky boy. There is picture of my PlayStation Pro and some dimensions of the other machines. There is really quite big, quite heavy, but Atari was first with 2500. There are someone was joking that Atari can say, "Please just hold my beer." And it's the picture of 2 of them just stuck at this Atari's quite bigger. Here I can tell you a funny story. This one of the console was sent to me by one of my friends, just in the suitcase from USA. I was not. I have no idea about size of the machine. When I see that pretty much all the suitcase was was covered by the consoles, as I was quite ashamed. But I have a console with, as you can see, with pretty much not broken cover, which is very rare. The myth is, of course, busted. We are going back to Nintendo because there are many stories about Nintendo, which most of them wasn't true. Just there are many Nintendo fans. I'm one of them, but I'm trying to always find if something is true or just fake. This is the Nintendo Wavebeard controller. It was designed for Nintendo GameCube, and some of the papers, some of the movies they are describing it as the first controller with remote. Not so much, because again, everything starts with Atari 2016. 2600. This is remote control joystick. It's really quite heavy. Of course, every of the joysticks works from the battery, and it was RF. It's quite laggy, not so much friendly for the hands. It was heavy, but it was the first one, and the myth is totally busted. Another thing with Nintendo fans claim that Nintendo was the first heavy cloned console on the market, because you probably know of the Pegasus's Famiclones and other Chinese or Taiwanese clones. This is, of course, the original Nintendo Famicom. It was called Nintendo Entertainment System on the rest of the world, with some different design and different cartridges. And basically, in the US and European version comes with copy protection. This one it's not. It was cloned, but this is the Sears Video Arcade. It's basically not a clone. It's a game console created by Atari for Sears catalog. One of the endeavors they are selling, just like the Pong before. It was just sold branded as a Sears game. Even some, I don't know if these ones. No, even some cartridges have information about it also played on the Sears Video Arcade. This is the first clone. This is extension to the Mattel Intellivision console. It's called Expansion Model 1, basically it was a clone of 2600 Atari VCS. Pretty much all the parts for the Atari VCS was just off the shelf. Only special chip was TIA, as you probably know, created by famous J. Miner. Mattel used in this construction chip created for them by VLSI. They were known at this time as VTI. Please remember VTI. it will be important in the late slides. Atari reached a settlement with Mattel and give some paid license to use its technology in their products. And this is the Intellivision with the expansion module. Once they settle the agreement, they will even create fully dedicated clone of the fledged console. This is, of course, Coleco Gemini. It had a very interesting controller because the top one is the classic joystick, and at the bottom is paddle. You can basically have two in one. This is Intellivision. This is another competing console on the market. This is the system changer. It was designed for Intellivision 2, as you can see at the picture, and it also was compatible with Atari VCS. And another funny fact, you can also attach the keyboard module and then some basic to this machine. You can also extend it further using the voice module, which was not really designed for the Intellivision 2. I don't have so much space to put it all together. There is no picture with the voice module. Another fact, Intellivision 1 was not compatible with this extension without the modification. Atari also comes with this funny thing. It's VCS cartridge adapter. It was designed to run Atari VCS games on 2200. It was basically, that was the whole console, just put it in the cartridge slot, just like the competing machines, because Atari created because the competition has compatibility with their product, and they are not. They are pretty much forced to create this one. And another interesting fact is that this module is not directly compatible with 4 ports consoles, the first batch of Atari 2200. There is needed some modification as in Intellivision. This is the adapter connected to the console. This is also exactly not a clone, but original product. It was sold in Japan. As you can see, this enclosure, it's reminiscent to the next Atari product, but it's called Atari 2800. It was also sold in Sears catalog. Another one unique fact about this one, it had 4 joystick ports, just like 2600. Okay, this is controller for these machines. This one is called Sears Arcade 2 because I found only this one. It's basically the same in Japan. Another thing, California Access. This is the Polish part of the presentation. It was sold in Poland by LDW, probably in 1991, but I'm not sure if the date is correct. There are different information in the web about this console. This was basically 2600 Junior with included 160 games. There are also this one, probably you know this one from the 90s marketplaces. That was the cheapest console created in China, in Taiwan, and sold in Poland. There will there was quite a few versions of this one. There are difference with number of games and the cover, but Stallone was the main selling point of them. And I think the myth is busted. Okay, Atari 7800 was the first backward compatible console on the market. This is the myth. This is, of course, Atari Atari 7800. It was not designed by Atari, as probably many of you know. It was designed by General Computer Corporation, GCC. There were modding arcade cabinets. Miss Pac-Man or Super Mission Command was their products, and they were creators of the 7800s. They create custom graphics hardware similar to early 80s arcade games. It was a significant improvement for the previous consoles. And funny fact, this is inside the console. You can see this is the Maria chip with VTI. VTI created the chip for the Atari. They previously cloned the TIA chip, but they apparently learned something new, and they create not only the TIA for Mattel, but also Maria for Atari. And this is really the first console which is backward compatible. This is Sega Master System Japanese version. And this one was compatible with Sega SG-1000 and 1000 Revision 2 on the picture. The 1000 have VDP processor Unix, the same TMS 9918A, what you can find on many MSMX computers. There was also another version of backward compatible Sega machine. It was called Sega Mark III, but it was basically the same one as the previous, but with weight box. Sega basically always kept backward compatibility for their machine to the Saturn times. And the myth is busted. Oh, a very, very nice one. There are other Amiga users here, maybe. Okay, as are not. That was some myth inception, but 3 myths in one. First, this is, okay, of course, the famous Amiga 1000. It was introduced in 1987. But during the development, first, Amiga wasn't called Amiga. Amiga was called Hi-Toro. And Jeff Miner comes to work to the Hi-Toro company, and this is the first product of the development. Why it's here? Because it's joystick for Atari 2600, very small, very compact, currently still working. One of the nicest design. in the first inception is that selling this one was just a cover operation to protect the secret Amiga project, which is created by Jeff Miner. Not so much. There is first Jeff Miner, creator of TIA Anti-Guitar, will come to the joystick company. There is a logical. There is nothing to cover about this story. They are trying just to self-finance. This was Amiga, first Hi-Toro, tried to create some popular project, cheaply to produce, with good market, and they choose some accessories for 2600. This is the power stick, and this is the joyboard. This is also, here will be a couple of tales about this one. First, it was, of course, before Wii Balance Board, which was also controller which you stand on. Second thing, it's about guru meditation. You probably know that with something wrong comes with Amiga, they will introduce the error as guru meditation. During the development of Amiga, there was a game among the creators to sit at this one and stand still as long as you can. That was the original guru meditation. And all the free mates are busted. Another Atari Lynx was the most innovative handheld of its time. This is the original version of Handy. It was created, of course, as probably all you know, by R.J. Miner and Dave Needle for the Epics as a Project Handy. They are trying to create a console, portable console, with basically capabilities similar to Amiga. It was quite ambitious. They have, of course, some working units. And the first company they approached was, of course, Big N, Nintendo. Nintendo was then working off their Game Boy, and they are just not interested in this one. Then they come to the Sega. Sega also was not interesting, and they begin development of their own system. And they are stuck with only one buyer. Only one company was interested to sell the Lynx. That was, of course, Atari. And what was inventive with this one? There are two processors. Both of them were running 16 megahertz. First one called Mickey, and it has 4 megahertz 65 CO2. 4-channel sound with 8-bit DAC for every channel, video DMA for the liquid crystal display, 4,000 colors, variable frame rate. This one, not so little boy, has variable frame rate. Is quite innovative for this time, but it was invented very, very time ago. Another processor, Suzy, is also 16-bit, and it can create unlimited sprites with checking with the collision, blitter, scaling, detecting, compressing sprite data, hardware clipping, multi-dimensional scrolling, etc., etc. It's one of the most capable sprite engines on the market. This is, of course, the second version, which Atari introduced a little bit later. And to compare, this is the Sega Game Gear. This one is created by the Sega when they sold the Handy. The hardware is basically derivative of their master system we saw before. It has Zilog Z80 CPU, Texas Instruments VDI, and 8 and later 16 kilobytes of RAM. It was basically the home console converted to the mobile. And the same was with NECT PC Engine, GT. Of course, it has quite nice CPU. Also 8-bit, derivative of 6502, called Hue C6580, running up to 7 megahertz, a little bit more if I correctly remember. But it wasn't also original design. It was designed from the home console, and I think the myth is totally confirmed. Atari Lynx was really quite innovative. Okay, we are running out of time. I think we must be a little quicker. All console-based computer designs proved to be a failure. You probably know this one. This is Atari XEGS. It wasn't a failure. They sold all of the produced machines. There are not a lot of them. There are about, the information is that there were 100,000 sold, but every one of them was sold. Another fact, as you know, probably it was compatible with Atari 800, 800 XL, and later XE versions. In one of why this one was ever created? Because Jack Tramiel wants to sell all the stock of the cartridges for Atari 800, 400. Tramiel inherit them from the Atari. There is some labels on the boxes. Just it works with the new one. This console was the way to sell old stock of cartridges, not to sell the console directly. The console sale was also the profit for the company, but the old stock was the true reason that it comes to the market. You probably know this one. It's quite unoriginal. Construction is basically Commodore 64 without the keyboard. It was the Commodore produced this one in about 20,000 units, but only 2,000 was reportedly sold. It was very big flop because very few games worked with the system. There is no CO, there is no way to connect another media, cassette or diskette, to this one, only the cartridges. And even the cartridges, many of them needs to, the games to start, needs to press one if you want to play with one player. There is no one key, there is only a joystick. Another flop. Sold about 15,000 units. It's Amstrad. This is basically the same construction as Amstrad CPC 464 from 1984, only with slightly better video chips. Amstrad was trying to sell its brother, quite a chunky boy with size of Amiga 500, called 6128 Plus. It also has about 16 or 15 games, and it was a flop. Here is Amiga CD32. I deliberately choose to not include CDTV. It's a console, but I don't want to future humiliate our Commodore brothers. This one sold with about 100,000 units, and Commodore bankruptcy put the end of this one, basically. It was quite a good machine. Another famous flop from the Cupertino. This is Pippin. This one has attached floppy drive at the bottom, quite uncommon. They sold about 42,000 units. It was basically very, very low cost, pure cut it down Macintosh. And the myth is busted because at last 2 of the console sold quite good. This is Atari was killed by Jaguar, or Jaguar killed Atari. This is there is no one answer. We will not back down with whether Jaguar was really 64-bit console of not. I think not, but it's a different story. First, Atari was at the helm of Atari was Jack's son, Sam Trammell, and he put very, very much nonsense to the papers about this construction. There were some interviews with this guy, which are a lot of crap. Even when they are trying to introduce this console, in the interviews, Sam was talking about second generation. No one is talking about second generation of its machine when people should buy the first one. This is the first problem. The console has serious flaw hardware design. There is the problem with communication between the 2 chips, Tom and Jerry, on the main board. The equipment, the console was not created directly by Atari, but by Flare Technology. It began its life as Panther. The infamous Jaguar joystick was basically the joystick created for the Panther and adapted later. The packing game, which comes to the Jaguar, Cybermorph, very unimpressive game, to put it lightly, was also created for the previous console. Basically, only few Jaguar games used all the potential of this console. I think the big problem with Atari was there is no innovation with Jack Trammell on the helm of Sam Trammell. They were buying pretty much all the design from outside, and no one wants to work with Jack Trammell because in Jack's mind there is only one winning situation. Atari gets all the money, and all the other companies which are giving some hardware, software, should get nothing from the deal. Basically, no one wants to work with that guy at the time. Another story found in the papers is you probably know and love Atari Falcon. Funny fact, even before the Falcon was introduced to the market, the people responsible for design the computer was fired. There was Atari Atari R&D department in Haifa. It was closed before 0630 was launched. Basically, Atari was over before they collapsed. And it's possible that Atari really killed, that Jaguar really killed Atari, but there is many other problems with the managing with the company. We don't have time for Q&A. Probably, maybe you have 1 or 2 questions for me. Someone? Okay, everybody is sleeping. And so, thank you very much. I think it was interesting.
Raz. Raz. Jeszcze raz bardzo dziękuję Żugowi za wykład, także wielkie brawa dla Żuga.
Uwaga, wepnięty.